Celebrities change their looks all the time. It can be something as simple as changing their hair color or something as extreme as changing their entire face with plastic surgery. Either way, people change their looks and we are gonna talk about it. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard. Thanks for checking out Top 10 on the screen. But before we get into this list, make sure you guys leave a like on this video because it really helps us out. Thanks. Starting us off at number 10 is Matthew McConaughey. I think it's fair to say that everyone went through some changes during quarantine and hairstyles was a very common one. Some people weren't able to get their hair cut professionally, while others were bored and decided to change their hair themselves at home. Matthew was someone who probably could get his hair cut, but chose not to. If you have the actor on Instagram or if you saw some of his recent interviews, you might not recognize him at first glance. In recent months, he has been rocking shoulder-length hair that's often slicked back, and he has a handful of different eyeglasses that he keeps rotating between. He looks especially young when all his facial hair is shaved off also, but he does grow it in here and then, and you can see that on his Instagram. Who knew that long hair, glasses, and facial hair would make such a difference? A handsome man though, nonetheless. He is a handsome older man. Up next, number 9, we have Katy Perry. Throughout her career, she has been known for changing her hair often. And not just like a simple hair color change or cut. She's had every color in the book and often wears fun wigs when performing. So to see a new hairstyle on her isn't really surprising, except for her most recent one. When this video started going viral online, many people didn't even realize who it was at first. Let's see if you do. Katy posted this video on her Twitter and captioned it, "West Coast, hope you're watching American Idol right now." Turns out she shocked everyone with her new look when the show's top 16 was revealed. Throughout the last decade, she's never rocked long, dark, thick hair like this before, and people are loving it. If you're digging the black hair though, I do have some bad news. It is just a wig, and one that she often changes to short blonde. Like in some pictures she has short blonde hair, and in some she doesn't, so you're kind of getting a mix of both right now. So we're really not sure what Katy will look like for the rest of this year, but I personally love the long black hair on her. Killing it. Cruising into number 8, we have Chrissy Metz. The actress skyrocketed into fame for her breakout role on NBC's show This Is Us. Throughout her role and just her natural personality, she has been able to spread the message that everyone is exceptionally beautiful just the way they are. But that does not mean that she doesn't want to make some health changes in her personal life. Chrissy has been very open about how she's always struggled with her weight, telling The Hollywood Reporter that she went to Weight Watchers at just 11 years old. When she signed onto the show This Is Us, she actually signed a contract that required her to lose weight, as the character in the show did, as she comes to find herself throughout time. Chrissy says she saw it as a win-win for her, and since her weight loss journey started, she has lost over 100 pounds. But even though the weight loss, she still wants everyone to know that all sizes are still beautiful. Yeah, a lot of people gave her hate because it went against like her message for big girls, but that's tough. She had to do it for the show. In our number 7 spot, we have Carrot Top. He has had a very successful comedy career, but outside of that, one of the most talked about topics when his name is brought up is the big debate on whether or not he has had plastic surgery. For years, rumors have gone around about the drastic change in his looks and how he has undergone plastic surgery to achieve these changes. Even though doctors have come forward demanding that he has undergone some procedures to obtain those looks, Carrot Top denies it. For years now, he always shuts down the rumors and stands firm on the fact that he has never had any work done. He says his body changed based on steroids that he was once taking when he was working out a lot, but he swears to never touch his face besides wearing makeup sometimes. Let me know your opinion, guys. Obviously, to me, from the outside looking in, it looks like he had plastic surgery. So let me know what you guys think. Rolling into spot number 6, we have Sarah Hyland. We've already seen how much a hairstyle or color can completely change your look, and Sarah is just another example of how much this is true. For the majority of her career, the actress has rocked her brunette locks, so people were shocked when she just suddenly went to redhead. She showed off her bright red locks on Instagram, writing that she was one of the people who decided to make some big changes during this pandemic. She actually said she did the coloring herself and noted that she wanted to look like Ariel, the Disney princess. But in more recent days, the color seems to have faded to a more natural redhead, like kind of orange, and she sometimes fills out the rest of her hair with these long, thick extensions. Honestly, I never pictured Sarah Hyland as a redhead, but she kills it. She looks gorgeous. I love that. I wish I could do that to my hair. I would not look good. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Angelina Provarnik. Another big debate on plastic surgery. The Jersey Shore star has had a big transformation throughout the years, and people are convinced that it is not natural. The thing is, she's been very open and honest about having some plastic surgery done to her body, but when it comes to her face, that is where the controversy starts. She admitted that she preferred plastic surgery over working out and revealed that she had a breast augmentation done as well as a glute lift, also known as a butt job. She doesn't often talk about her facial changes, but is an advocate for people wanting to get work done. She encourages people to feel comfortable enough to get the procedures done, and often tells her followers that they should not feel ashamed about it and that the results speak for themselves. Girl looks a lot different. I've been watching Jersey Shore my whole life. She looks gorgeous though. And like she's saying, like, own it, then own it. Rolling into number 4, we have Ariel Winter. She was part of an award-winning ensemble cast for ABC's show Modern Family, taking on her role of Alex for 11 seasons. She was cast when she was just a child, so fans actually got to see her grow and transform naturally just by seeing her grow up on the show. By the time the show wrapped in 2020, she was all grown up, and since then, fans say she's transformed into a new person. She didn't wait long before dyeing her hair from dark brown to bright red, which made her look like a totally different person. But since then, she's actually gone platinum blonde, which also changes her look drastically. But fans are convinced that she's had plastic surgery done to her face and body, since she looks a lot different than she did on Modern Family. She did admit to a breast augmentation back in 2015, but denies any other cosmetic procedures. Regardless, she's still beautiful, and the reality is she's no longer a child star, so I feel like she's gonna look different no matter what. Coming in hot at number 3, we have Katie Price. She has been given the title of being one of the biggest glamour icon models in the 90s, and she has had dozens of procedures to hold on to those youthful looks that she was known for. She's always been beautiful, no doubt, but she has been open about going under the knife dozens of times to alter her appearance. She spent large amounts of cash on all her surgeries that in 2019, she actually was declared bankrupt. Her teeth surgery alone cost $150,000, she admitted. But in more recent times, she has let all her surgeries heal, and the only change she has made is cutting all of her hair into a short bob, which fans loved. But it was a lot different for fans because they're used to seeing her with 24-inch dyed hair extensions. Like, she's got some mermaid hair usually, so it was a big change, but she does look very healthy these days. Good for her. Taking over our number 2 spot is Shakira. Now, you might be shocked to see her on this list thinking maybe she had some crazy plastic surgery transformation that you didn't know about, but don't worry, this one is just another hair transformation. She has kept a similar look throughout her entire career and often flaunts her natural beauty by showing off her bare face to paparazzi. But who would have thought that dyeing her hair would make her look so different? When her new hair pictures went viral online, some people didn't even recognize that it was Shakira, and by people, I mean me. That is right, she is now rocking some bright red locks, which she said was not the initial plan. According to the singer, she originally meant for the color to be a lighter rosé tone, but she ran out of dye and had to improvise using another product. It worked in her favor though, because she does look awesome. I feel like she's one of those people that could pull off any color. In our number 1 spot is Mickey Rourke. He has been in the Hollywood limelight for decades, decades now, so people were very shocked when paparazzi photos surfaced of him looking like a completely different person. It all started after his acting career hit a dead end and he decided that he would go back to his first love, which was boxing. Throughout his time fighting, he suffered injuries like broken ribs, a compressed cheekbone, and a split tongue. It was then that he underwent reconstructive surgery on his face. So it wasn't just for cosmetic reasons, he actually had a lot of damage done. The actor has openly talked about it and said that he went to the wrong surgeon the first time and the outcome was not what he hoped for. So he actually had to undergo more surgeries to enhance and correct the first mistakes. As of 2017, he's actually had 5 nose jobs, so he has been through a lot. Good news is he is back on our screens these days. He is looking a lot different, but people are still thrilled to see him. I feel like he just looks very different from when people came to know him in the 1980s. The change between the two photos is so drastic, but in more recent times, he actually looks just very healthy and happy. So, kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Demi Lovato. The singer shocked all of their fans when they revealed their new hairstyle on social media. They have always had long hair, so when people saw that they chopped it all off, they were shocked, including me. Demi spoke about their new look and said, "There is something about changing your hair so drastically that allows you to own yourself in a way you never thought." At first, their pixie cut was a bright blonde, then they switched it to a light pink, and then to a more vibrant hot pink. But more recently, just a few days ago, they surprised their fans even more after posting a video with jet black hair. Demi posted a video with their friends on a beach dressed in goth clothing and makeup to celebrate a friend's birthday, so fans are wondering if they are going to keep their hair black or not. So far, it's a yes. And if not, what color are they going to go next? Up next, number 9, we have Matthew LeBlanc. The Friends reunion airs today, and I'm so excited, by the way. And fans were over the moon about seeing the original cast members all come back together. It has been 17 years since the final episode of the show, so there was no doubt that the cast members were probably going to look a little bit different than what we remember. But just how different? I spoke about the transformation of some of the other cast members, but Matthew LeBlanc looks different than the Joey Tribbiani we all knew and loved, and still do. His character played the ladies' man in the series, and the script focused around his good looks and his love life. So it's already a little weird to see him all grown up and 53 years old rocking a full head of gray hair. Of course, his transformation is a natural one and nothing to be ashamed of, but he does look different than the original show. Rumors have gone around that he's had some work done on his face, but honestly, in my opinion, he still resembles Joey. Like, he doesn't look that different to me. Moving on to number 8, we have Tara Reid. The American Pie actress has always been very open and honest about her journey with plastic surgery. She has always wanted to help educate other women who are wanting to get it done in hopes that they can avoid going through what she went through. She first got her breast implants in 2004, which actually ended up causing her issues with other parts of her body. She said that her stomach started to ripple and caused her to have a hernia, leaving her with a huge bump next to her belly button. She regretted it so much, she said it was the stupidest decision she's ever made. And on top of that, she actually had to have the procedure reversed just 2 years later. Because of all this, she explained that she lost a lot of work because she had been typecast into the hot girl role and could no longer be in a bikini. She's also had some cosmetic procedures done to her face, which makes her look different, but thankfully those were not botched, and she said that she had a more positive experience this time around. Cruising into number 7, we have Justin Bieber. Leave it up to Justin Bieber to make headlines over changing his hairstyle. To be fair, it was a drastic change, and a lot of fans were shocked when he first showed it off. Maybe people just got a little too used to seeing him with like that classic Bieber flip hair, because people freaked out when he revealed his head full of dreadlocks. He actually started to face a ton of criticism online, with people saying he was misappropriating Black culture, and throughout the weeks he began to put his dreadlocks in ponytails and wear bandanas. We're not sure if all the criticism got to him or not, but he shared a more recent photo of his head completely shaved. So if people thought dreadlocks dreadlocks were a big change, I'm sure people are freaking out now that he has no hair at all. The reasoning behind his new look is still very unknown, and when the paparazzi asked him about it, he was not in a chatty mood and just completely ignored them. I have a feeling it was due to the criticism. Rolling into our number 6 spot is Brody Jenner. TV show reboots have been happening more and more lately, and I am so here for it. I, along with millions of other fans, were thrilled to hear that the reality show The Hills would reboot over a decade later. It was even more exciting to learn that the majority of the original cast would be returning for the new seasons. But not everyone would look the same as they did in the original show, Brody Jenner being one of them. Season 2 of the reboot just aired, and fans could not help but talk about how different he looks now. There has been a huge debate on whether or not he's had plastic surgery, with the majority of people siding with the fact that he has. The 37-year-old has a completely different face, it looks like, and things just look a little more tight. On top of that, he's lost some weight, including muscle, which is just different from when fans saw him as a young, ripped guy at 25 years old. He was never fat by any means, but he's just very skinny now. And nothing wrong with being skinny. He is happy and healthy, baby. Halfway through our list, number 5, we have Scott Disick. His look has stayed similar throughout his entire career, despite being in the fashion industry. After becoming known from Keeping Up with the Kardashians as Kourtney's ex-husband and father to her children, he started his own business and eventually a clothing line. In 2018, he launched his clothing line called Talentless, and even though he tries different styles, his overall look has never changed. Until more recently, that is. Normally, fans are used to seeing him rock his natural brunette hair that matches his beard, but then he shocked everyone by going platinum blonde and changing his cut to a faux hawk with like the sides shaved. That was shocking to most people, but once people adjusted to the change, he then decided to change it once again, dyeing the platinum blonde to a hot pink color. Obviously, such a drastic hair change will make you look different. It's a completely different vibe. Who knows what color he will go next? Any guesses? I feel like he's gonna go back to brown after this, or like a blonde because it's summer, but who knows? Making her way into the number 4 spot is Iggy Azalea. As we have learned from this list already, changing your hair seems like a simple task, but it can make a world of a difference in someone's appearance. Apparently, celebrities are just wanting to try some bold colors lately. Maybe it's because of like quarantine and the fact that we've been locked inside for so long. Iggy was another celebrity who wanted to make a drastic hair change, and you'll never guess what color she chose. The singer usually rocks the long blonde hair. It's the style that her fans are just used to seeing, which is why her fans were so surprised in April when she took her new look to Instagram and showed off her short neon green hair. When seeing the picture for the first time, I honestly didn't even know that it was her. Not many celebrities have dyed their hair neon green, only Billie Eilish, who only dyed part of her hair green, but Iggy's look is bold, but she rocks it. It looks good on her. I wish I could just dye my hair neon green. I would literally look like an Oompa Loompa if I did that. Taking over our 3rd spot is Tiffany Haddish. The actress and comedian has a bold and quirky personality, so nothing she does seems like out of the ordinary. She always has a smile on her face, and her hilarious personality just radiates confidence. But near the end of 2020, she opened up about her journey with self-discovery and shocked everyone when she revealed her shaved head. After sharing her bald head with social media, she went on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and talked about how much she loved her new look. She explained that she's always wanted to shave her head and said that she has been talking about doing it for years. She said, "I'm gonna use that same energy that I would have been putting into my hair into my mind. It's going to give me more time to work on my body, get everything together." Since the first initial reveal, her hair has started to grow back a little bit, and she has dyed it platinum blonde, which looks just as good. She looks great. Again, like, if I shaved my head, I would not look like that. Oh, damn. She looks great. Sniping our number 2 spot is Jonah Hill. The actor shocked everyone first with his drastic weight change in the last few years. He lost a lot of weight and felt great about it after explaining that he was always typecast to play the bigger guy in movie roles, and that oftentimes the scripts would joke about his weight. So to see him feeling happy and healthy was an exciting change for everyone. But in more recent times, he really surprised fans when he decided to hop on the bright colored hair trend. brand. Just a few weeks ago during a golf outing, fans got a sneak peek at his new look, which is neon pink hair. It's actually more of like a fuchsia than anything. It's like a mix of purple and pink. This is not the first time he's had some fun with his hair though. In 2018, he actually dyed his hair pink, so we shouldn't be that surprised to see him do it again. And honestly, I feel like he would do it for a third time in the future. Why not? He looks great. He is feeling himself, and that makes me so freaking happy. In our number 1 place, we have Jennifer Grey. Now, this one is more serious than just a fun new hairstyle. Her look has changed so drastically throughout the years that she says it is what cost her her entire career, and she regrets some of these changes. The Dirty Dancing star has always had a very distinctive face and was known for her stunning looks when she first broke out into the Hollywood scene. But when she decided to get rhinoplasty, it changed everything, and she said it was the worst decision she's ever made. She said the operation completely changed her entire face and it ruined her entire career. When speaking about it during an interview, she said, "I went in the operating room as a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in a witness protection program or being invisible. I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Fans have appreciated how open and honest she has been about her journey, and even though she looks different now compared to before, they're still very supportive of her. This hurts my heart so much. Like, she just felt like she had to get a nose job, like you were so beautiful and now it hurts my heart. She's still so beautiful, but she did say that she lost a lot of jobs because of that, and that makes me sad. Beginning the list at number 10 is Harry Styles. The singer started his career as a teenage heartthrob in the boy band One Direction after they grew fame on the show The X Factor. But over time, the band grew apart and Harry released his debut solo album in 2017 called Harry Styles. It was basically his official introduction as a solo artist. He's had a super successful solo career, but one thing that has changed the most is his style and overall appearance. Fans were used to seeing him with his curly brown locks and boy band style for so many years that he shocked fans when he became an icon of gender-neutral fashion. He caused a massive controversy in 2020 when he posed on the cover of Vogue magazine wearing a dress. While a lot of people applauded it, others did not agree with it. But Harry does not care what other people think. He wears whatever he wants, he paints his nails different colors, he has tattoos, and he changes his hairstyle very often. In spot number 9, we have Millie Bobby Brown. Finding a child star who would be comfortable shaving their head must have been a very big challenge for the creators of Stranger Things, but then they met Millie, who was more than willing to. The actress broke out into the Hollywood limelight after she took on the lead role as Eleven in the TV series. She was known for her character's look, which was a shaved head, but as the years went on, her hair began to grow back, which naturally just changed her look drastically. Her natural look was one that many people loved, but they also enjoyed seeing her grow up into her own style outside of Eleven. She was just 12 years old when she got the role, and she is now 17 and looks a lot different after coming into her own style. She now has shoulder-length hair, which is sometimes brown and sometimes blonde, and there have even been occasions where she rocks really long hair extensions, making her look totally different. Cruising into number 8, we have Patrick Schwarzenegger. Okay, so if you're just looking at his face, then he would look pretty much as he always does. But without a shirt on, you might not realize that it's him. He shocked his fans recently when he shared his 50-day transformation, showing off his fitness transformation, which has him looking a lot different. To sum it up, he basically just looks jacked now. He showed off his muscles in some transformation pictures and wrote, "Getting in the best shape of my life, both physically and mentally." He talked about his transformation and said that he enjoys creating goals and challenges for himself, and said that everything takes time and that fitness was all of that for him. To be honest, I always thought he had like a ripped body, but he did not. In spot number 7 is Bella Hadid. 2020 brought on a lot of changes for people, especially hair transformations. It's safe to say that in quarantine, people often get the itch to cut their hair or dye it, and Bella seemed to be one of these people. In January 2021, she showed off her new hairstyle, which was channeling Ginger Spice from the Spice Girls. It all began just before Christmas when the model joined forces with editorial hairstylist Ivani Frosto. From what started as brown hair hair turned into brassy orange and bronze streaks surrounding her face. She talked about the new do and said, "We both are really inspired by the 90s, and during that time it was all about streaks and chunky highlights. The colors back then were warmer, which added to the nostalgic feel." You don't normally see models adding funky colors in their hair unless it's for a photo shoot or something, so this was a fun surprise and Bella absolutely kills it. I once tried red chunky highlights in my hair. It did not look good at all. Taking over the number 6 spot is Rebel Wilson. For the past year, her weight loss journey has been all over Instagram as she marked her progress in her health and fitness journey. She's been open and honest with her fans along the way and shared all updates as she progressively started to lose weight. But a few days ago, she debuted a swimsuit photo for the first time after sharing that she had lost over 60 pounds. After she posted the beach selfie, her comment section was filled with inspiring messages from her fans. They praised her for her hard work as they've watched her progress, and they've watched her do it in a very healthy way over the last year or so. She was gorgeous before and she is just as gorgeous now, but she does look a lot different, as most people would if they lost 60 pounds. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Modson. If you weren't already a fan of his music, then you probably came to know him for being Bella Thorne's boyfriend and husband for a period of time. His look was always unique, which made him hard to miss in a crowd, but he has altered his appearance since then. A lot has changed in his personal life, which might be a reflection of his appearance. In more recent times, he is now dating Avril Lavigne and even collaborated with her on a new song, which gave him his first TV performance debut on Jimmy Kimmel Live. As for his appearance, fans never thought that he would cut off his long locks, but he did, and he cut it short. He cut it into a faux hawk and dyed it lime green, to be exact. People are not only loving his new look, but they love his relationship too. And by people, I mean me. I love Avril Lavigne and I think they're so cute. Coming in hot at number 4 is Ciara. The singer made headlines recently for her newest hair transformation because it made her look like a totally different person. On May 29th, she went on Instagram to show off her new deep red hair color and extra long locks. She debuted the new rusty hair color just in time for Memorial Day and fans were loving it. Ciara tagged her longtime hairstylist in the post, who explained that the color is basically just a bright red but muted tone, so it has that rusty hue to it. Her hairstylist, Cesar Ramirez, is famous for their work and has also worked with stars like Demi Lovato and Kim Kardashian. Ciara has been rocking very long dark hair for a while now, so the change seemed really drastic just because people were used to seeing the dark hair. Taking over our 3rd spot is Kristen Stewart. The actress skyrocketed into fame for her role as Bella Swan in the Twilight series, but people also loved her for her unique sense of style. She's always had a very natural beauty to her look, wearing minimal makeup and having a tomboy sense of style. A lot of fans adored her for that, but they adore her even more now after she has become her true self. For years, she was known as Robert Pattinson's on and off screen girlfriend, but in 2017, she officially came out as gay. With feeling comfortable enough to come out to the whole world, she started to change her overall look and really settle into who she truly was. She cut her hair to a pixie cut and dyed it platinum blonde, which was a huge change from her long natural brown hair. Her style has also become really edgy and unique, and fans are just here for it. Sniping our number 2 spot is Billie Eilish. This has been by far one of the most talked about transformations this year. Let's start with her hair. For the last while, everyone saw her with black and lime green hair. It was actually like the signature part of her look. But then she broke the internet out of nowhere when she posted a picture to Instagram with platinum blonde hair. Her picture literally broke records for being the most liked picture in the shortest amount of time, reaching 1 million likes in just a few minutes. But with her hair change also came a huge change in her style. Everyone knows her for wearing oversized clothes and nothing else but that, but then she posed on the cover of Vogue in some tight-fitting lingerie and people were shocked. Fans are very torn right now online because she's changing up her look so drastically, but they fell in love with her because of her previous style and look. So fans are just losing their minds a little bit, but Did you really expect her to stay the same way forever? Winning the #1 spot is Seth Rogen. Just a few weeks ago, the actor made headlines for looking unrecognizable in pictures that he shared online. This one just goes to show the power of facial hair. Turns out he had to shave off his beard for a new TV role, and when he posted his look on Instagram, people were shocked and confused. For his new role, he is rocking a mullet, a shaved face, and no glasses, and honestly, it does not look like him. He is set to star in the upcoming series Pam and Tommy, a Hulu series about Baywatch star Pamela Anderson and her husband Tommy Lee. The series goes into detail about the scandal when a sex tape of the couple was leaked. So where does Seth Rogen fit into this storyline? He will be playing Rand Gauthier, the man who stole the couple's infamous sex tape. So if you want to see more of his new look, watch the series. Alright guys, that's our part 6 list. Before I get out of here, I'm going to respond to some of your comments. Causeless Rebel says, love your facial expressions. Well thanks, I have a lot of them. JM Dromina 2.0 says, wait, people find Lily funny? Shake my head. Honestly, I've never watched Lily sing ever. Like I've never seen a skit of hers, I've never seen anything of her. MLG Gamer says, Bryce Hall sounds entitled as heck, you're not allowed to vape and he became a Karen because of that? Apparently he wanted to vape in that restaurant and they said no. But who knows, some people take vaping very seriously. Alright guys, that's all I got. I'm getting out of here. Make sure you leave a like on this video before you leave and subscribe so you don't miss our next one. I was your host Joss Bedard. I will see you next time. Bye. Ready? Well, we'll find out. I'm excited. Excited to be here. A burp. Nope. Oh, I thought I did. Her style has also become. Huh? That sentence don't make no sense. Bye, everyone. Your husband.